Hello everyone, it's Second Rider Rage here with some Ragecast. We're back to some wrestling. This time we're going to talk about the WWE draft that happened on Friday and Monday. And I'm here with Mr. Zhongli.
Yeah, you got it.
Alright. I got the name right because I butcher names.
Okay.
Alright,
It's okay.
and obviously you're a big wrestling fan, right?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been watching wrestling for?
Well, I usually would watch Power Rangers the whole time, but I started in 2020, cause usually my dad would watch wrestling a lot, and it wouldn't be as hooked, but I would play Undefeated, and
Okay.
I guess how that got me more hooked.
Yeah.
I would say.
Alright, so you got it around. Damn, unfortunately you got into wrestling when it was a pretty bad year.
I know, when the
COVID
pandemic
hit.
season,
Yes.
yeah.
Damn. I mean, you got the worst of the bunch against wrestling when there was no fans who really enjoy it. But I mean, now that it kind of died down, it got better when it comes to the presentation. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, from what you watched during 2020, the roster was kind of not that great at the time. I mean, we had cutbacks after cutbacks.
Yeah, all I remember was just watching WrestleMania 36, was it? When Brock holded the title against Drew McIntyre.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was, I think that was either 36 or 37.
I think it was 36, because since it was in 2020, WrestleMania 37 was
Yeah, that's right.
Roman,
You're right.
Daniel Bryan, and Edge.
Yeah, that's when they had the first time in the Orlando's little Thunderdome kind of thing.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they went back again, and okay, now I remember. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So, I mean, you
So-
kind of got to see a little bit of Bray Wyatt and Undertaker versus AJ Styles before
Yeah.
they started releasing a lot of those wrestlers afterwards.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because, I mean, that was the last time we saw Bray for a bit, and then they let him go and shit.
Yeah.
But,
And then in Extreme Rules, he came back, and then after that, he hasn't been back since.
well, I think for him I think they're having medical issues with him or personal issues they has to take care of. They want him to make sure he's 100%. And I believe they got a new writer for him as well. So the original writer that was doing his stuff, I think they let him go or he left. One of those two. So right now they got someone new for him.
Oh, that's good.
But honestly, I think it's good that we have a new draft. Now, I know you kind of made a comment about the belt. And what is your
Yeah.
honest opinions about the belt?
Well, if you really look at it, I know looks have nothing to do with it, but it's not that bad, but I wish that, they actually put, some, oomph into it. Not just, give it to someone and they don't even hold it for, a good time. They should actually have some more, what's it called? They should have more, more unity with that belt. You can't, if you're gonna give it to, someone good, give it to, I don't know, maybe Cody, or I really, like I said in your Discord, I really wanted that, Finn Balor versus, Seth Rollins match.
They're going to have
They
that.
did at SummerSlam.
Definitely. So do you feel that that belt should be fit on Seth Rollins?
Honestly, I don't really care as long as it's someone good. But I would love to relive that match from 2015.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel that it feel like people are saying that the new belt's pretty much here we can't sorry Roman's still champion, but now we have to give you guys a belt as a second prize in a way.
Yeah.
How do you feel
Honestly,
about that?
I'm okay with that. We can't just have all belts on Roman.
I mean, we can,
Roman's already taken this whole company.
Now,
Even though
okay, go on.
he would have main events here and there, it's good to have a separate main event champion or champion on Raw, because Raw is okay for where it's at right now. There's not really much going on. When is the last time we had a main champion on Raw?
Ooh, that's for a while. Since Roman pretty much dominated everyone.
Yeah, before Roman Reigns would he would just held SmackDown from the bottom of his feet. He would just be he's like the owner of SmackDown at this.
Oh yeah, he for sure he built SmackDown stock up, because I mean honestly, if you think about it, SmackDown wasn't that great until what after I believe after a couple, what was it? I would believe when Raw became 3 hours, SmackDown kind of went downhill. Because SmackDown used to
Yeah.
be like okay when it came to during the Edge era, right? Mysterio and all that, Eddie Guerrero, and then it
Yeah.
kind of like dipped down for a bit, and then it picked up, and then it kind of fell dip. So I think with Roman going to SmackDown when the champion kind of really made SmackDown a lot more better.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
Because
what was your opinion when? So when Vince retired fully, and then Triple H became in charge, do you think Roman's reign got better, or do you think it got worse over time?
I think they set themselves up on in a problematic area where they gave him both bouts, and then all of a sudden Roman decided to be like, you know what, guys, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be now a part-time wrestler. Thanks for the both bouts, and I think it really did mess them up. Like honestly,
Yeah.
I think that really messed them up because they put themselves in a corner, and I was like, oh fuck, we just gave him both bouts, and now he wants to do this. Now he wants to take
Yeah.
time, which set up a lot of I guess a lot of scheduled matches they were trying to go for at the end. And I believe they wanted to split the bouts from Roman, but then they scrapped it as well.
Yeah, before the bloodline is splitting up, blah blah blah, with Sami Zayn and Kevin, I really preferred if Solo Sikoa actually held that IC champion or the United States Championship. Like that would have just brought the bloodline more justice.
Well-
as being a good faction.
I mean, technically he did have the North America, or was it the North?
North
Yeah,
American,
the North American
North
bout.
American.
Yeah, North American bout. He had that, but then they stripped it away from because obviously, he was moving up to the main roster. So it would have been nice to have him keep that and just go back and forth to NXT and SmackDown just to defend it and shit. But
Yeah.
honestly, I think right now they're building up Solo Sikoa as the one to be the muscle of the team now. Like he might feud with Roman or something like that. The way they're trying to push it.
Bro, I want that Jey Uso versus Roman again. The
Oh,
fact
they're setting that up too.
Hell in a Cell in 2020. Oh my god, that was heaven.
Oh yeah.
That match was dope.
But honestly, I think they're trying to set up AJ Styles versus Roman first.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he
do-
needs new challenges. He already dominated everyone. So now that we have the draft, which a lot of people went to SmackDown, like Edge, AJ Styles, who else? A lot of good names went over there.
Let's see. Karrion Cross went up there.
Eh.
LA Knight went up there.
He was already there, but now now they have more people to push instead of the same ones. But I mean, honestly, if you think about it, we got more tag teams in SmackDown. But it's like, are they gonna make a new bout for tag team, or what? Because I mean, they got drafted to Raw, Sammy and Kevin.
Yeah. So let's just see what happens there. Who got drafted? Street Profits got drafted. The current NXT champions got drafted. I love how they actually brought NXT, so at least it means something.
Yeah, I believe people were saying that NXT was going to be dead now because a lot of the main women rosters went up, a lot of those popular NXT stars, but NXT had just a more people still. If you saw when Indie Hot Rail relinquished her bout, you had a lot of females come out of nowhere fighting each other. So you still have a strong women's division. Not to mention you have a couple of ones that are still injured that are going to come back or got injured and might come back soon.
Yeah, the OC coming back was actually pretty spot on, but to be honest, like, coming out when the Viking Raiders, like, no one gives a fuck about Viking Raiders.
Some people do. Some people care because they're actually still a threat. It's just, I think they need something for the OC club to do because I believe, who was the one that was feuding with the Viking Raiders? It was Braun Strowman's and Ricochet, right?
Yeah.
So now they got drafted to Raw, they need some new team to fight against.
Yeah.
Because I believe the LWO is also on SmackDown.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
But not even, but if you want to, like, I actually want, like, more, like, title defenses with Kevin instead of just, like, promos of them with, like, Jimmy and Jay or, like, whatever.
I believe they got more now because, if I'm not mistaken, I was reading that the women's division, since the tag bouts went to Raw, the NXT tag team is coming to SmackDown. So I don't know if they're going to relinquish the bout, or they might just turn the NXT women's bout to something else for the tag ones and make a new one for the tag division in NXT. Or they might go back and forth.
Well, speaking of NXT, Andy Hartwell coming, like, I'm like, okay with that, low-key, but I feel like they should have drafted more soloing NXT
champion. Yeah.
champion. Yeah, but I want to like keep him there, but I just wish they put Roxanne Perez too, because she was a good NXT Women's Champion before Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
Fire.
But I think they want to keep Roxy a little bit more stronger down there for now.
Yeah, like who else is on there?
It makes sense for Indy because you got Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano and Dexter Loomis the way on Raw, so might as well put it with the people she's wrestled with all her like for a good while being in NXT. So it's a way to continue it.
To be honest, I thought Braun Breaker was gonna be on SmackDown. Like I've been reading, like I'm a big draft guy because ever since like it's been like 2 years ever since that second draft or a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like reading like little leaks of it. Like I thought Braun Breaker was gonna come to SmackDown. Like,
Supposedly it was, but I believe they want to kind of leave him at Raw. I believe they want to leave him at NXT because if I'm not mistaken, he was destined to come up, but then all of a sudden the whole Vince McMahon shit, he had to like get let go. I think they wanted to keep him NXT strong still. And right now he's doing the heel work, so right now he's just good as a heel, just dominating.
Yeah, like once whoever Triple H announces to become World Heavyweight Championship, like after the Night of Champions pay-per-view, they should just like clash all the main champions from each brand and just go at it.
Yeah.
Like, I've been dreaming of that match too, so that would be really sick.
It'll be interesting. So what do you thought of the draft though when you saw who's going? Because if you think about like I don't know if you saw after SmackDown, we got more people coming in. Grayson Waller, I really want to see Grayson Waller versus Austin Theory.
Oh my god, that would be great. Like right now, I'm just like searching. Cause I see pictures of like who got drafted. Let's see on the men's side, we got Edge, Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby Lashley would like. I don't know what he's gonna do on SmackDown. I don't know the
Easy.
SmackDown,
He's gonna challenge fucking Roman Reigns. What else can you have him?
I want another Edge versus Roman.
They could do that too as well. They could set it up. They got lots of things to do. They got a lot because not only that, you got Pretty Deadly, the former NXT champions, in SmackDown as well. So you gotta have a new tag team bout for the division.
Oh, totally.
Pretty Deadly versus Street Profits, that would be a good match.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
They're both charismatic tag teams, honestly. Like if you have you watched Pretty Deadly, how they are?
Not.
You never seen Pretty Deadly?
No, I have not. I
Oh.
watch NXT.
You really got to check in their tag skills. Not only that, their promos and they do backstage segments. It's classic. Like you got to check it out if you got to, because these people are going to SmackDown. People wanted them to come to SmackDown already because they already did a good number on the New Day when the New Day were NXT champions on there.
I might just check that out right after.
Yeah,
Oh
because they're good tag team. I just hope they have a new tag bout for the tag. I don't know if they're gonna do Sammy going back and forth, Kevin and Sammy going back and forth. I think they're gonna make a new tag bout.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
Like some tag teams, like Damage Control. I don't know. Something about Damage Control annoys me so much. Like they're not doing a lot for them. Like I don't know how long they hold it their women's tag team belt, and then they can give it to what's it called.
Becky and Lita.
Yeah, Becky and Lita. Yeah.
Well, dude, they didn't have no women's tag divisions at the time when Damage Control had it.
Yeah.
That's why they just paired up Liv Morgan and Raquel just because they needed a tag. But now look what happened with the draft. We got more women tag divisions up in there now. You got Katana Chan and Casey. Casey, I forgot the last name. But they went up to Raw, so you got a lot more tag divisions now. I think they're trying to make the tag division for women's a lot better now than it was before.
Oh, that's just crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah. But like they need to do something with Damage Control. Damage Control feels so dead. I'm actually genuinely happy that Liv and Raquel are the new or are currently tag team champions, because whatever happened with Aaliyah didn't really have story. Like they just held the championship and just lost it right after they just Damage Control.
To set up storyline. But I believe because there's well, technically it was supposed to be Ronda and Shayna to challenge them for the bouts, but I believe Ronda got injured and Shayna, I think, got injured. I think Ronda got injured on WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken. Something happened
Uh,
that
but I
they couldn't
I'm
do
just
it.
curious to see if they would. One thing I really wanted them to put on Backlash, which is happening on Saturday, is like Trish versus Becky, or like something has to happen because the fact that betrayal happened.
Yeah, yeah. I believe they're saving that one for Nobel SummerSlam. I think right now Becky's just taking a break. I don't know what happened, but she's taking a break at the moment.
Yeah, Alita got brutally injured, and then Trish is
And
all like
Trish is officially a Raw superstar, so I think she probably signed for a year contract just to wrestle for a year.
Oh yeah, Becky's on Raw too.
Yep. So they're gonna set up something for maybe SummerSlam.
True, like just Friday's draft. Like I was like, oh my god, thank God. Like most of the graphics I actually really love, but compared to Monday, I was not like I wasn't too thrilled. Like it was okay. Like we knew they were gonna be on that certain brand. Like if Bianca was gonna be on SmackDown, Rhea Ripley was definitely gonna be on Raw.
Oh yeah. Same with the bout. The Gunther was going to Raw, and obviously Austin was going to go to SmackDown. But I kind of
It
feel
was perfect on SmackDown.
I hope they find a way to switch bouts because obviously they're gonna make it swap bouts and it kind of ruins Bianca's undefeated streak. A year with the bout, just automatically just swap it. Same for the SmackDown. Rhea just won it, now she has to swap it.
Yeah. Is Bianca the longest reigning Raw champion?
Yes, she
Oh,
is. She won at last year's WrestleMania.
She won it at WrestleMania
Uh,
38.
yeah, and she retained it on 39, so it's a whole year as a champion.
Yeah. They wanted Asuka to win that. I was like, oh no, we can't. I wanted it to happen, but I just love Bianca's streak.
I think they, I don't know. I wanted obviously Asuka to win it. But right now, people were pissed about it, I get it. But they're just trying to make Bianca be strong for someone could take her down.
I'm just saying, there's no way those guys can win
They might be an upset, you never know.
that. Yeah, think about it. Wait, did Bailey challenge? Didn't Bailey challenge for the Raw Women's Championship?
She did, but then Io and Dakota said no, but we already had chances. They're trying to tease a breakup between Damage Control and Bailey. I really don't hope they don't make Bailey heel. Because, I mean, face. Because I like Bailey as a heel than a face.
Yeah, I will laugh if you don't have that champion. Just rub it into Bailey's face. Oh my god.
It's going to be tough, but now, I mean, there's some good women's for the SmackDown division now. Asuka's going also SmackDown, but you got a lot of these other females in there that could put in work. So we'll see.
Just give Mia Yim a chance. She hasn't gotten a title in who knows how long.
I think that's why she's on SmackDown. It's more of an opportunity now. Because if you think about Ronda is on Raw. I believe Charlotte was on Raw, but for some reason, I don't know why they kept showing that she was going to SmackDown if she was already in SmackDown. I could have sworn they said she's going to Raw, unless I was tripping.
But I'm looking at the Raw roster now. It's mainly men who went to Raw. Like, the only woman who came on there was Becky, Indy.
I thought I saw Charlotte, though. On Friday, they said Charlotte's going to Raw. But then they said something SmackDown Charlotte still.
Yeah, they're really just throwing Charlotte in the trash.
Because if they throw her in Raw, it's like... I mean, you already have a lot of dominant challengers in Raw. Good. I mean, SmackDown has no one that's going to win the bout like kind of way. Like Charlotte, just hand it to Charlotte. I'm tired of always getting it to Charlotte. I'm tired of it already. I get it, she's a good wrestler, but fuck, they handed her so many bouts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't need to beat your father's record. You already passed that, but jeez, here's some more.
Did WWE always do, like, these free agent kind of things?
At the beginning, no. They did have it when I guess certain wrestlers were coming into the show, like they got signed a contract. But I believe they did it during Brock Lesnar's thing first. So I think they decided to do it now again with some free agents. So you got people from NXT, Raw, and SmackDown that could go to any show, what if they feel like it.
like what Brock is a free agent, Omos is a free agent, Dolph is a free agent.
Yeah.
Like I blame them for being a free agent. They can go out in the ring.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
can do stuff in the ring.
I believe they had Stone Cold when the first did the first draft. It was Stone Cold that was a free agent. So they do have certain characters that could be free agents, and they could sign wherever they feel like it. I believe during the time it was also, what was it? I'm trying to think of the name. It was Rhino and Heath Slater. They were agents because they didn't get drafted by both Raw or SmackDown, but they were trying to win it to get drafted to one of the shows.
Oh yeah.
That's when they won the first tag bouts for SmackDown.
Oh, I see.
So they do have that for free agents, but I think this time they got more than usual.
I just realized Natalia, Apollo Crews, Chelsea Green, and Jay Deville, they're also on Raw. I just realized
Exactly. So you got a lot of tag team people in Raw as well. And then you got like the tag champions. That's what I'm saying. They got more females in both shows now. Now you could do something. Either make tag teams or have them be solo.
What's the last time you seen Apollo Crews? Like, I don't remember.
NXT. He's been at NXT. He went back just to kind of get back in the roots. So he started training doing it again over there. So he gets to come back.
Like, what happened with the storyline between, what's his name? Apollo Crews and, I forget his other name. I don't watch it.
They were in NXT. That's why you missed a lot in NXT. They were wrestling each other in NXT as well. Finn Balor went to NXT for a good while. Then he came back to the main roster.
I see. Oh my.
Sometimes people get frustrated with the roster. They go back to NXT just to kind of not only boost ratings, but to kind of like go back to what they want to do, have control for a bit, and then they move back to the main roster.
Like what did Johnny Gargano on NXT do?
Yeah, that was a storyline that they set up since Grayson Waller was going to eventually go to the main roster. They wanted to at least finish the story that Grayson Waller started with Johnny Gargano when Johnny left for I believe a year because he was going to have a kid. Grayson Waller took him out as a story thing, and then like he was just out, he didn't go nowhere else, so he was just at home with the baby, and then he came back again. So they finished that story between him and Waller.
See, this was like the 4th, 5th round of Academies on Raw versus on Raw. Katana Chance and Kid Carter on Raw. Who's Cameron Grimes?
Cameron Grimes is a guy for NXT. He's popular for saying "to the moon."
Oh my god.
He's going to SmackDown. That's good though because I heard he's been training now, so he's a lot more ripped than what he looks like in that picture.
Like NXT is like, I can promise you, like this draft, NXT is like, it's gonna slowly start building up to the point where maybe people will start watching NXT.
They do already. It's like most of these people like went up to the main roster are people who've been at NXT for a good while. So it's about time they finally move up. Cameron Grimes, Indy Hartwell, Casey, and Katana been in the NXT for a good while. So it's good to finally see them move up.
Like I wonder who's gonna confront Indy Hartwell because think about it, I don't think anyone is legible for the NXT title yet.
Well, if they're on Raw, I think it's going to be her and Candice LeRae are going to probably be tag teams against Liv Morgan and Raquel Williams. Rodriguez, my bad. Because Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae, and Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis were all part of, and Austin Theory at the time, were all part of a faction called The Way. So, 4 of them are on Raw, 1 of them is on SmackDown.
Oh my.
So it's gonna be like a faction of their own.
Oh, that'll be fun.
If you saw how they were in NXT, people love that their faction. Dexter Lumis came in out of nowhere because he had a thing for Candice LeRae. So they're technically married in NXT, like on-screen marriage, but not really in real life. But on-screen, yeah.
Where has Dexter been on Raw? Like I know he came on NXT last week. I think. No.
Yeah,
Well,
this week.
A few days ago.
Yeah.
When Indy Hartwell hurt her.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, her husband.
Yeah.
They brought him back just to bring him back because people love him. The fan base actually does like Dexter Lumis' character. I mean, it's an easy character. You just have him not say anything and wrestle. He's supposed to play like a criminal, a crazy killer.
Like whatever happened against Miz and Dexter Lumis, I feel like they just forgot about it
Oh no, they can't forget him. It's one of the easiest characters to just use. Just have him stalk people and kill, or not even kill, but just be a creeper. That's like the easiest thing to write for him.
Yeah, I went the last time we won the championship. The last time was like when he cashed in against Drew McIntyre for the belt.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, it's good that we have a good draft though, because I think it's been a while since we had a draft, and it's good to shake up the whole freaking wrestling company now. Because now you have younger talent in the rosters, and you have like different championships to kind of give to people instead of just like having it all centered around Roman Reigns and that's it. Now you have two belts. I just hope they don't push it for Cody. I want Cody to go after Roman still. His story's not over with Roman.
Yeah.
So hopefully he wins Money in the Bank, or maybe they'll save it to Royal Rumble. Who knows? I highly doubt they'll save it to Royal Rumble.
I've been a big fan of Royal Rumble. Like, even though I wasn't a big fan of wrestling back then, like I started watching 2020.
Yeah.
I think the last Rumble I watched was 2017, where Randy won his second Rumble.
Oh yeah.
Was it Roman, Randy Orton, and Bray?
Yeah.
The last three. Yeah.
Is that the one with a 619 Nia Jax?
Oh no, that's the 2018.
Okay, 1 year later. Okay, got it.
Yeah, because the time when that happened was Bray did try to do Sister Abigail, didn't work, got eliminated, and then Roman tried to go for the spear at the time, and then RKO, and then Orton RKO'd him, and then that's how he won.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Who the hell did Randy challenge that year?
I think it was Bray for his championship that he won.
Oh yeah. That shitty fucking the ring thing doing the okay, yeah, I remember now. Ugh, that was horrible.
I'm sure no one liked what's it called? Royal Rumble 2022. No one liked it. Guaranteed. No one liked it.
Which Royal Rumble?
2022, I believe, where Brock won and what's her name? Ronda won.
I believe. I don't think they mind Brock because it came out of nowhere and dominated. No one complained about it because they knew it was gonna be Brock winning it because they just got tired of the whole Brock versus Roman thing. I think that's what they got tired of. And Ronda, I think she came back from pregnancy, so I guess it was like people did cheer for it, but then it was just like nothing really came out of it.
Here's the thing, though, like, if you're gonna come back and win a Rumble, then get squashed at WrestleMania, like, I feel like that loses privilege when it comes to actually winning main event.
Yeah, but you know what's funny though, right? Those Royal Rumble winners had something in common. Ronda and Brock, they were both MMA fighters, as well.
Yeah.
Same with believe when Asuka and Shinsuke won, what did they have in common? They were both Asians.
Oh, yeah.
So for some reason, every Royal Rumble has like some sort of way where the winner wins, and it's just like yeah.
Like who won 2023?
It was Asuka and Cody.
Yeah. Well, Cody was definitely gonna win because we all thought he was gonna take his.
But it was, if you think about it, it was pretty much people that were out for a while that came back with a fresh start. So Asuka came back with the clown gimmick, Killer Asuka, and Cody came back from the injury. So it was like pretty much wrestlers who were out that come back for victory.
Yeah, but they both lost, and I just wanted a title change out of there. One of them.
Honestly, I already had the Roman shirt. I knew Roman was gonna win that. The way me and my friend talked about it is the way that Cody never really had a good challenge at this year. Like nothing to really have something for him to conquer. He came back, fought Seth, came back with an injury, was out with the injury, but beat Seth with the injury, and then came back to the Rumble and had everything handed to him. So he had no mountain to climb. So in a way, I guess it's like a good redemption arc for him to climb back up again. They're doing the same thing they did with John Cena when he lost against The Rock. Brock came back, Brock beat him. Cody Rhodes lost, Brock came beat him. So they're just doing the same thing all over. They're just building a good story out of it.
At this point, Brock doesn't even care for the championship
No, no. He's not allowed to challenge Brock, but now there's a new belt, so,
He might going for that.
Yeah. But we don't know what's gonna happen, who's gonna win the new belt, who's gonna be in the tournament for the new belt. For me, here's my wild card. Dom Mysterio. Fuck it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just get more heat on him, because he's already attracting a lot of heat now. He's actually one of the best heels in a while, because he's getting that explosive heat. I know people don't like Dom. People think he got it easy because he's very son. But honestly, he's working it. He's working with what he got as a heel, and it's working for him because those bulls are so loud he can't even speak. And like he's doing a good job as a heel. He's doing what a heel's supposed to do, draw that. And I guess people get mad because like why Dom? Dom sucks. Like dude, it's no different than anyone else that's gonna do that's a heel. He doesn't even have to speak. He doesn't even have to speak, and he gets booed at. That's a good heel.
But that heel at Clash of the Castle got a big pop.
Oh yeah, because they were waiting for him to be heel sooner or later. It's just that I think Dom is not really a good face. He doesn't fit the face formula like his father. Rey Mysterio is always going to be a face for life, but I feel like Dom being heel is a perfect choice.
Oh, definitely.
Because he looks like a sleazeball. He looks like a good heel, and he plays it off just fine.
Well, like, what's next for Judgment Day? Is it just simply Rhea Ripley winning the title? Like,
Yeah. If Finn wins the belt, that'd be nice. If Priest and Dom win the tag belts, that'd be like the good faction right there. They all have the belts.
Yeah.
Because I believe they're trying to make it the Judgment Day is the second strongest faction compared to the Bloodline. Because you know how they seem to always have the Bloodline and Judgment Day always like close to each other.
Like if Period wasn't going to Raw, I would just say give Finn the Intercontinental Championship. That was perfect.
Oh wait, that's right. Rhea Ripley and Judgment Day on Raw now, huh?
Yeah.
They were trying to set up a storyline where Rhea Ripley and Solar Sokoa are going to be a couple. But now they're on Raw, so I don't know if they might change that whole shit.
Yeah, I once read on Twitter, like, it was really hilarious, like, they were gonna challenge, I know it was a joke, but, I found something saying, like, Rhea Ripley was gonna battle Solar Sokoa for the, SmackDown Women's Championship. I gave a good laugh at that.
That's funny, man. And then they're trying to make Rhea Ripley like a strong guy, like a girl that could take on guy or girls, which is good because she's the dominant person. She looks like the type that could fight someone. But again, I mean, it's just they're just building up that Solar Sokoa versus Rhea Ripley's eventually because they always seem to always have them two just staring down each other.
Yeah.
But who knows? But honestly, with this draft, I like it. Obviously they're gonna probably start everything when after a Backlash, or maybe they might do it on Friday tomorrow. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I forgot Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah. So who knows what they're gonna do? I'm just dying to see who's gonna rise up.
Yeah.
So you say you want Finn Balor to win the belt or Seth?
Yeah. Like here's the thing. I want another belt for Judgment Day. But the last time Seth won a belt was when he got the U.S. Championship.
Yeah.
And Finn hasn't gotten a title in who knows how long.
See, I for me, Finn versus Seth Rollins is gonna be good. I just hope they don't repeat the first time they fought, when they first fought for the belt, and fucking Seth powerbombed him to the barricade, and he dislocated his shoulder.
Yeah.
So like, I really hope they don't do that again, and Seth wins. I mean, Balor wins the bout, and all of a sudden, is injured because of Seth. I mean, like, if they're gonna do this again, run this back, they better do it right. Justice for that.
I want a brutal fight, but like, I at least want like a promo instead of like after, like don't just feel like oh you want this title and then you're just gone for like 4 or 5 months because Orton hasn't even come back. It's almost a year.
Yep.
And if I'm looking at it right now, May 20th was when he dislocated his back or whatnot.
Yep.
I got a bad birthday present on that day.
to me, him like winning that bout and then forfeiting after that was a clear sign they were not gonna push him anymore. Because Vince McMahon's the type of person, if something happens, he doesn't see them as a champion anymore, and he just drops the ball. Like, he was gonna do that with AJ Styles, but AJ Styles really showed what he could do, and he's like, all right, this guy's a main eventer. Finn Balor could have been that if Seth did not injure him. To me, Seth really kind of like made Finn drop the ball hard to the point where, yeah, it was not gonna come back from that.
Yeah. Like, I just feel like Seth needs, like, something else with him. Like, he needs something else to get him, to make him more better. Because he's had the same, almost the same character for, like, 2 years.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah. It's like,
It
had him for, like, 2 years. Like, something needs to change with him. Like, something needs to, like, happen with him to make him, like, more entertaining. Like, all he's known for, like, right now is just, like, he's just his own person.
People love it though. That's the thing though. People love to sing his thing. So he's going through a lot of changes, and I think right now he's not gonna do any changes yet until like maybe another year or so. He'll probably drop it, change something else.
Yeah, but hey, I liked what happened on Monday. Solo versus Seth. Oh my god.
Oh, that was a good match. I think that's the first time they've wrestled each other too.
Yeah.
But
Which they didn't break Solo's and Owen's winning streak ever since he came.
who? Oh, Cody beat him. That's right. Cody broke that streak.
Oh my god.
It was before WrestleMania, so Cody beat the streak.
Yeah.
They had to make Cody look strong.
Yeah. But at least Solo won that, but again, the Usos came in.
Now, what do you think of the matches they're gonna have for Puerto Rico Backlash? What do you think of Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest?
Oh my god. Like, that's the main match I'm excited for. Most of the Backlash, like, I know it's for like publicity, but like most of it doesn't make sense. Like Lilia talked to Adam Pearce. Oh, tell Mama what she thinks about getting a title opportunity. Well,
Yeah. Well,
nothing good for now.
I already told you it makes sense for Zelina Vega versus Ripley because it's in Puerto Rico. She's Puerto Rican. It's publicity. The only one I think out of the left fucking field, and I think that's a Vince McMahon call. Omos versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, like they didn't even talk about it. They were just like, oh, just give them that match. We're done.
Yeah, I think Vince was like, just give him that match. There's something, and Seth was like, all right, I guess. Like I didn't know about this until now, but fuck it. Because it makes no sense to have those two, and that's for sure a Vince McMahon call. Like, obviously Vince McMahon is back, and he's not in creative, but he could still fucking call the shots if he wants to. Because he's a shareholder. Or whatever the fuck he is. Fuck Vince, but he pretty much, that's a Vince McMahon match, and it's like, whatever. They're trying to make Omos look strong against someone.
Yeah, but Vince kind of like was in charge. Like sometimes when I was like watching Raw, I would just be like, oh, I don't want to watch this anymore. Like it's so boring. But
Yeah.
now like the in charge, he actually brings more pot to the fire. Like
Yeah.
like so much. I'll just answer that back later. So like I want to see what the matches that happen.
I'm just curious what's gonna happen. Obviously, I'll be working on Saturday, but I'll check onto it at work here and there.
Yeah.
Or I'll watch it on Sunday.
Like usually I just check the clips on YouTube to see like what happens.
I usually do. That's what I always do, anyways.
No. Like before we end this rage cast, I think I have to eat dinner, but
No problem.
before we end it, I think the top two matches that I really want to happen is, or not happen, but see who's gonna win is either Austin Theory, Bobby, and Bronson Reed.
That's gonna be a powerhouse match, but I got the feeling Theory's gonna win the bout.
Yeah, like, it's very interesting to see like what goes down. Like the last time Bronson Reed held the North American Championship in like 2020 before he got fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really interesting. Give him another opportunity.
Well, obviously, Bronson Reed's gonna be on Raw still. Why Bobby and Theory are going to SmackDown, so they might do something with them on SmackDown. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure Theory's gonna win the bout because they want to make Theory look strong. Maybe they might have him versus Grayson Waller. Who knows?
Yeah, let's just see what happens.
But you really need to check out Pretty Deadly to see what they're all about because they're gonna come to SmackDown. You're not gonna know what the fuck they are and why they dress like they dress. They're very flamboyant boys. They dress like. But you gotta watch how they wrestle and how their promos are. People love them in NXT, and people wanted them to go to SmackDown because that's a team that you want to look out. Those are teams you want to see that's gonna be rivaling the New Day, Street Profits, and all that.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but well, it's not the worst backlash, but it's not gonna be as great.
Oh no,
Unless something
there's worse backlash, but this is not one of them.
I'm just waiting for that Randy Orton return. That's all I'm saying.
If he returns, it depends how that back injury still is, even with surgery.
Well, what I'm gonna say, Night of Champions comes back, takes out Marquez Randy. SummerSlam.
We'll see. I'm curious to see what SummerSlam's gonna be. I think I'm gonna request a day on that one.
Oh yeah.
But I can't wait for tomorrow. We'll see how it goes tomorrow.
So lucky you got you're so lucky WrestleMania was in LA.
Oh,
So lucky,
hell yeah! That's the experience I'm like you cannot get rid of for the lifetime. Just being there, it's especially a good WrestleMania. Yeah, I get it. Asuka and Cody were on, but I already knew Roman was gonna win. I already had the Roman shirt on.
Yeah.
If the Usos lost, you know damn well Roman's gonna win.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a great experience. Maybe who knows? They might do it in Hawaii.
Yeah, like I said, the last match was Kofi and Daniel. Like, I wish I was actually like interested at that time. So now I'm triggered that we haven't had anything for the past 4 years.
Yeah, you'll get it eventually. I mean, they went in Puerto Rico. It's only a matter of time they go to Hawaii.
Yeah, like is anyone Hawaiian in wrestling right now?
Huh?
Like, is anyone Hawaiian in wrestling right now?
You got the whole Samoan dynasty, man.
Oh, yeah! Oh my God.
You got Roman and all of them. They're like the legit Samoan dynasty.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Like hopefully anytime soon. Like,
I have a friend is cousins with Rikishi. Like he's Samoan, so he's like cousins of Rikishi. And I always joke with him like, dude, you're gonna wrestle or what? He's like, fuck you. Like, not all of us are like that, dude. It's just like that's cousin of a cousin. Like, yeah, but you're still related to them. He's like, yeah, but it's like different family kind of shit. But yeah, I'm like, all right.
Let's just see what happens tomorrow and then Backlash.
Yeah, we'll find out how things are gonna be tomorrow. SmackDown, if they're gonna show up or not.
Yeah.
But all right, man. Obviously, you're gonna go eat, right?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your time.
No problem, man. I'm glad you're on the channel. You do have a YouTube, or you're not doing it at the moment?
I have YouTube. I live stream a lot now.
Okay. So I'll probably, if anything, I'll link in your channel. That way people could check you out.
Okay.
For sure. All right, man. You take it easy.
All
right.
Later.
All right, everyone. That is Ragecast with the WWE draft. I'm excited to see how the draft's gonna be. I really can't wait to see how things are gonna be tomorrow if they do start doing the characters already. I really want to see Pretty Deadly versus Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Or shit, you got a lot of good tag team division. I just want to see if they're gonna give a bout for the SmackDown women's and men's tag team, because I mean we got a lot of good tag teams and shit. I'm curious. But yeah, guys, that is Ragecast. This is Second Red Ray saying peace.